This test is being recorded. Could you give us your name, please?
Peter de Vlieger.
Thank you, Peter. I am your guide assessor today, and I will now read through your instructions for the speaking test, which is in 2 parts. In part 1, you will play the role of a pilot and interact with my colleague. He will play the role of an air traffic controller or another person during communication in an operational situation. There will be no visual contact between the two of you. In part 2, you will interact face-to-face with me. In the test, you will not be assessed on technical knowledge or your opinion, but on how well you can express yourself in English. So part 1 will start now. In a moment, I will give you the material for part 1. When I have read the instructions, you will have 2 minutes to prepare, and you should read each task carefully. The tasks are continuous and happen in the order that they are written on the sheet, and you may pause between the tasks when necessary. During the test, you should use standard radio telephony and plain language where appropriate, and you can take notes on this piece of paper during the task if you wish. So, you are the pilot of Hotel Bravo, Alpha Bravo Charlie, so this is a Piper Archer, and these are the details of your flight, including the runway in use and the latest ATIS information. These are the tasks that you must complete, and you should refer to the pictures on the right of each task. You describe what you see during the test. For reference, you also have a visual approach chart for Sandville and an aerodrome chart. Sandville is our airport of departure. So you now have 2 minutes to study the material, and you may ask any questions during the 2 minutes.
Okay.
Do you have any final questions, Peter?
No, that's all clear, thank you.
Okay, so my colleague will now begin the task.
Hello, Sandville Flying School, Jean-Luc speaking.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Peter de Vlieger. I'm scheduled to fly Hotel Bravo Alpha this afternoon. And arriving at the aircraft, we have noticed that the cowling of the engine is missing.
Okay.
Can you confirm to me that there is maintenance action in progress?
Okay, in this case you can take another plane. If you go to the hangar and wait by Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie, the Piper Archer will send somebody to put it out for you.
Okay, thank you very much. So we'll go to the hangar and look for Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie.
That's correct, thanks Peter.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Tower, good afternoon. Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie, Sandville Tower.
Yes, good afternoon. We have issued a flight plan for Hotel Bravo Alpha. Due to maintenance reasons, we have swapped aircraft and the registration now is Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie. Could you change this in the flight plan?
Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie now in place of Hotel Bravo Alpha. That's copied, thank you Bravo Charlie.
Just to confirm, the new registration is Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie.
Affirm the new registration, Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie.
Thank you very much.
And your flight plan has been updated. Advise me when you're ready for start and taxi.
Loco. And Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie, we are fully ready for startup and ready for taxi.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, Sandville Tower, taxi via Lima, Kilo, Juliet and Delta, holding point runway 35, QNH 1013. Correction, 1019.
We are clear to taxi via taxiway Lima, Kilo, Juliet, Delta, holding point runway 35, QNH 1019, Hotel Bravo Charlie. Tower, Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Tower.
We are on taxiway Kilo, a beam parking position 85, and we're holding short due to unidentified objects on the taxiway.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, hold position. Can you describe them for me, and is there anybody near them?
Nobody is in the vicinity. We see a yellow vest and a metal plate on the yellow line of the taxiway. Nobody's in the vicinity. Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, thank you. We'll send somebody to have a look. Can you taxi around them?
For safety manners, we prefer to hold short until the objects are removed. Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, then hold your position. I will advise you when the taxiway is clear.
Holding position will go Hotel Bravo Charlie.
And Hotel Bravo Charlie, taxiway Kilo is now clear. Continue taxi, holding point runway 35, QNH 1019.
Continue taxiing via Juliet Delta, holding point runway 35 and QNH 1019, Hotel Bravo Charlie. And Tower, Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Tower.
Due to a slight issue in the cockpit, we prefer to go back to the parking stand because one of the passengers forgot something.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Roger, 180 on the taxiway and taxi via taxiways Juliet, Kilo and Lima back to the General Aviation apron. Report when ready again.
180 via Juliet, Kilo, Lima to the General Aviation, and I'll call you back when ready for taxi again. Hotel Bravo Charlie. And Tower, Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Tower.
All issues are solved, we are ready for taxi.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Tower, taxi via taxiways Lima, Kilo, Juliet and Delta, holding point runway 35, QNH 1019.
Taxi via taxiways Lima, Kilo, Juliet, Delta, holding point 35, QNH 1019. Hotel Bravo Charlie. And Tower, Hotel Bravo Charlie, holding point runway 35, fully ready for departure.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, wind calm, runway 35, clear for takeoff, report November.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, cleared for takeoff, runway 35, call you passing November. And Tower, Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie, we're passing November at 5,000 feet. And we see an aircraft having an emergency between the river Derwent and Bromley City.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, thank you. Can you describe the aircraft and give me the exact position, please?
It seems to be a TB20 Tango Bravo 20 Trinidad, and his engine is not running anymore. He's going to make an emergency landing in the field left of City Bromley.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Roger, is there any sign of people around or any sign of any damage to the aircraft?
Negative. He just made a successful emergency landing. There is nobody in the vicinity, but the situation seems to be under control. But emergency emergency people will be required at the scene. Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, thank you. We'll advise the police and emergency services in Bromley of the situation.
Roger. Hotel Bravo Charlie. And Tower, Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie Tower.
We are 10 miles east of November at 5,000 feet, and we have a problem with the airspeed indicator. We would like to return as soon as possible for full stop landing at Samville. Hotel Bravo Charlie.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Roger, clear to join left base runway 17, advice field in sight, QNH 1019.
We are cleared to join for a left base runway 17 QNH 1019. Hotel Bravo Alpha Bravo Charlie.
And Hotel Bravo Charlie, the fire services will be on standby as a precaution.
Roger, that's copied. Hotel Bravo Charlie. And Hotel Bravo Charlie, we are on the left base, runway 17.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, wind calm, runway 17, clear to land.
Hotel Bravo Charlie, runway 17, clear to land.
That is the end of the task.
Okay, so now part 2 of the speaking test. I will show you a photograph and ask you to describe it, and then I will ask you some questions about aviation in a wider context. Please answer all questions as fully as possible. So you will have 20 seconds now to look at the photograph, and you can keep it in front of you while you talk about it. Do you have any questions?
No, that's okay.
So the task will begin now. Please describe fully what you see in the photograph.
Seems to be a very nice and sunny day. It's a sort of gathering. Can't figure out if it is an airplane gathering or for old cars, but assumable it's at an airfield. I see a double-decker, don't know the type, and an old aircraft with a Swiss registration. Assumable it's an aircraft from during the Second World War. The double-decker has a registration 5908, which is unfamiliar for me. Quite a lot of people are observing, taking pictures. A few old cars are also ahead of the aircraft in front of the grass field. It seems to be old-timers. There's a blue one, a red one, a tricycle sort of bike with a side seat for a passenger. The clouds are quite far away, so it's a nice day to fly VFR. That's about it.
Thank you. Why do you think air shows are so popular for the public?
For many people, aviation is still a dream, not only for pilots who like to, well, for people who like to become pilots, but also for people who like to monitor, observe, spot aircrafts. They often come to airports to take pictures, and on days like this where you have a gathering near an airport, it's a nice opportunity for them to see many aircraft at the same time from all kinds of ages, from the Second World War, the 60s, 70s, 80s, up to now.
Thank you. As a pilot, what could you learn from flying an old aircraft?
It brings you back to the basics. Flying visually doesn't happen that much anymore. You have to trust on your visual references going VFR. The controls are not as modern as we have them now in many aircraft, so it's really hand flying and not automatically.
And how important is it to continue aircraft development?
It's rather important because aviation is always in a growing phase, and the fact that aviation is getting more and more busy, the environment urges us to continue the development of aircraft. For example, with TCAS, airspace, the air is getting sometimes overflowed with too many aircraft, and we need modern technologies to back up the pilots. In my opinion, pilots are still the most important in the cockpit, but instruments are really important to back up the pilots.
Thank you. What are the advantages of flying to or from uncontrolled airfields?
The advantage is that you don't have too much problematics with asking for a startup and taxi and changing frequencies. An uncontrolled airfield should be, and most of the time is, less crowded than a big airport, but it brings also the disadvantage, which is an advantage of a controlled airport. In an uncontrolled airfield, you have to watch out what you do. For example, if you go into a circuit, you must make sure that you are clear of other traffic, while in a controlled zone, the ATC, the tower or the radar